Hey, I'm Jeff Strand, author of It Watches in the Dark, a book that is too terrifying for you to read without fleeing your home screaming, though the kids will be fine. It's about 12-year-old twins Trisha and Oliver, who are on a canoe trip with their father where everything goes perfectly and everybody has a wonderful, wonderful time. No, wait. I turned in that version. My editor said it was a little bit too short. So what really happens is their father gets badly injured and the twins are forced to seek help in a small village just off the river. The people there are weird enough on their own, but to crank it up to the next level, in the middle of the village, there's a giant scarecrow with benches where you can just sit, basking in the scarecrow's presence. And if you make jokes about the scarecrow, the people get really upset. And it almost looks as if the scarecrow is breathing. Though, of course, that would be ridiculous. Don't worry, I wouldn't write a book with a giant scarecrow on the cover unless that scarecrow went on an action-packed rampage. Oliver and Trisha both screamed. The scarecrow bent over, leaning its head down toward them. Oliver had been terrified enough when it was only a scarecrow with a burlap sack for a head, button eyes, and a stitched-on smile. But now its button eyes glowed red, and the burlap split apart as its mouth opened wide, revealing enormous, sharp teeth like those of a great white shark. That horrible mouth came right at him. Oliver moved out of the way just before it tried to bite him in half. He could almost imagine it saying, "You smell delicious, Oliver." The twins ran. The scarecrow's foot slammed down beside them. Oliver was confident it could have crushed them flat if it wanted. The twins screamed again. Why were no lights turning on in any of the houses? Why wasn't anyone opening their door to investigate the noise? What was wrong with the people in this village? The scarecrow grabbed for Trisha and missed. "We have to see if somebody will let us in," Oliver said, hoping the old woman's previous warning had been wrong. They ran to the nearest house. Both of them began to pound on the door. "Help us," Oliver shouted. "We're being chased." The scarecrow leaned toward them again, its eyes still glowing. They pounded on the door as hard as they could. The people inside wouldn't let them get eaten, would they? The scarecrow's wide-open mouth came right at Oliver. He could feel the hot stink of its breath on his body. With his good foot, Oliver kicked the scarecrow in the face. The scarecrow leaned back and frowned, as if surprised that its prey had fought back. Oliver noticed that one of its teeth was now stuck in his shoe. Maybe it would go away. Maybe the scarecrow recognized that they wouldn't simply sit back and be devoured. Maybe the monster would slink back to the village square, defeated. The scarecrow did not run. It stared at them and then it smiled. It licked its stitched lips with its burlap tongue. Once again, it opened its mouth wide. There was no place to escape. It Watches in the Dark, coming this April from the fine people at Sourcebooks. But as I've said, it's too scary for you, so handle with care.